you truly can't move on to the next thing or the greater thing while you're still holding on to old junk. So, as this relates to your value in the marketplace, you have to, if you're looking to up level your value, you can't be holding on to those old things or statements or links or sales pages. You really have to be willing to put those things that no longer serve you in the trash completely. You
Right.
can't kind of, you what do they call that? You can't balance between, oh, what I used to do and what I really want to do, because then there's confusion in the marketplace. So I feel like it was a bold move to delete something, but the more I see that, it enabled a new value proposition. It also enabled a new guarantee. It also enabled a huge partnership deal for me, which never would have happened had I had a $10 product on the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah. And you said something else that made me think about it too, because I've kind of done the same thing. And
Mhm.
under the headline of networking meetings, I could mention a bunch of names which you would know and I would know. And I just started getting way too many. And I
Mhm.
sort of felt like whether it's a virtual cup of coffee or an actual cup of coffee here, looking at the Zoom call and all these people, and then of course we like the breakout room and so forth. But it hit me, and when you said you just sometimes you got to draw a line in the sand, it hit
Mhm.
me when have I gotten one coaching client, one speaking gig, one thing, anything, or
Mhm.
just a bunch of having coffee with my friends at Starbucks, but it happens to be on Zoom,
Yeah.
and it's and so I've cut 90% of it out. And then kind of what I did in my case is I looked at one that's next week, and the one I'll probably be on just because I like the speaker and I know the speaker and I want to hear the speaker or something like that. But really, I've cut out about 75% of them, and it's been much better. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about, and like even I mentioned this lunch I had yesterday, there's a lunch which is all about a speaking gig. So it makes perfect sense to me. And I even
Yeah.
treated lunch and everything and thanks so much and so forth. And so I think that's why it segues a little bit into how you use your time. And I think
Mhm.
every so often I use that association evaluator exercise that you ought to reevaluate who you're hanging out with. Well, I think you also ought to reevaluate how you're spending your time.